All right, we're back for the final two battles of Chapter 1. This next one, the very first time I played FFTactics, I got stuck at Dorter. You know, that fight that really starts the game. But this was the next one that really got me. I could not beat this fight. And I really hope we'll have an easy, comfortable run of it. But this one can be tricky. This one can be tricky. And yeah, I hope nothing goes wrong. This is one of those fights where you can get a reset even if your team is quite good. Um, it's an assassination mission, meaning there is a single target. And so if you have like a wizard or a summoner that can just unleash a ton of damage at this point in the game to a single target, then you can often one-shot him. But wizard, your accuracy, because he has a shield, is not 100%. And that means, 10% of the time you have a good chance to lose this fight. You can still often recover from that depending on which spell you cast. Also, if you get the target down to low health, that is sufficient. I'm not sure exactly what the kind of number or percentage of health you need to hit, but getting down to low health will win the fight. So you don't need to go for the one hit kill spell. But why did you kidnap the girl? I needed a hostage to escape. If that was the case, you could have let her go later. What? Now you, Golagros. You putting me with Gustav? Think. The Death Corps lost most of their men, and now we're surrounded by the Hokuten. She was our only ace in the hole to get us out of this, because she's a Bolve. What good is escaping? Or were you even thinking that? Even if we do escape, we'll get caught sooner or later and be in their power. We must make it so our children don't have to go through what we did. A small stone may only make a small ripple at first, but someday it will be a wave, even if we have to rust away here. The thing about things like this is he's both right, and also it's so hard to ask other people to commit to this, right? So you would have us die? Not in vain. Take as many nobles with you as possible. Ludicrous. We'll die like dogs. No, there may still be survivors at Fort Zeakden. If you join them, you may get something. They're probably dead already. What? Maluda killed? Maluda. It's just a matter of time before the squad gets here. What should we do? All right, retreat. You heard. Golagros. Go to Fort Zeakden. Leave the girl here. They're here. The Hokuten are here. Damn, already. I'll stop them here. Golagros, you head for Fort Zeakden with the others. Slight typo there, but we can adjust for that. I'm not going. No way I'm gonna die. Yeah. Alright. So, this is a fight we definitely want to give space. We're gonna need space. And I think we'll want Yuna as far away from the action, and we'll want our other two characters, I think, near enough they can dart in. This is not a fight I've done in a long time with a party like this, so I hope I can manage it well. I have some notes on how to deal with certain hard fights. This is not one that has historically given me problems, but thinking about it now, I'm not sure what the game plan is. We really need Delita to just do a lot of work here. This is difficult. Now, reasons it's hard. Weegraph is very powerful and can his special move can one-shot you. The Chocobo can heal. We haven't really faced battles where the opponents have heal, and Chocobo heals at instant speed. Monk is pretty high power, even though these monks are female. The monk is the class closest to the windmill. Knights are strong and have good defenses. This is a tough fight. It was you. Did you kill Maluda? So when I was a kid, I like grinded up to like level 25 to beat this or something. I was totally incompetent, had to way over level. It was you. Did you kill Maluda? It was you, cadets, who killed my sister. She was Weegraph's sister. Well then, I have no choice. I'll avenge my sister. So only 5 enemies, and it's an assassination mission. So if you can quick fire down Weegraph, everything is good. But this one ain't easy. Give Teta back. Teta? Oh, that girl. So you're a Bulve. He's not a Bulve. I am. Then Golagros was wrong. But he is with you, correct? Doesn't matter who he is. You have his sister. Correct me if I'm wrong. Either way, the girl was to be released anyway. We had no intention of keeping her. Weegraph didn't. Golagros might. But first things first. If you want the girl back, you'll have to beat me. So can Delita reach anyone? No. But it looked like Weegraph was pretty close to in range, and he can only hit Delita here, so hopefully we survive. Stasis Sword can come with Stop, which would be horrible. We didn't get Auto Potion there, but we can maybe heal. Alright, Boko came out pretty far. Maybe we can pick off Boko. That would be nice. And also, if Delita gets the Auto Potion here for 70, then he's almost full HP. So that's really nice. We're a little higher level than the enemy. And Ramza has more MP this time, so maybe we can do some stuff with him. But I really like to get rid of Boko and then try to get rid of Weegraph. So Boko is 67 HP. Demi does, a percentage. Demi 2 does a higher percentage, half the total HP, with very low odds to hit. I think the important thing here is to try to get haste on Delita. But we can't target him without targeting the Chocobo unless we go here, and then we can target the square in front. Is that worth doing? Gotta think here. We had 20 more MP, we could meteor our way through this, but we are not close to that. Alright, let's get haste on Delita. If we cast haste 2, then the chance is much better, but I don't want to use such a big chunk of my MP. I'd like Ramza to be able to do useful things. Now here, we might be able to drop a Paralyze somewhere. If we could drop Paralyze right on Weegraph, that's pretty... You can see it doesn't have any sensitivity to height, so we would only be able to hit one target. We wouldn't be able to hit a group. Sleep, though, we could land a Sleep here. So Sleep has 1, 2, 3, 4 range. So if she was standing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think that's worth trying. It's a little risky because we don't want this unit to get hit by stuff. Alright, it's 0% chance to hit Weegraph, but it is some percent chance to hit the allies. And we'll also be able to get off a nameless dance before this goes. We're going to hide in the corner. In single Ramza challenges, you basically hide them in the corner for this fight and force them to come around slowly. But let's see how much of our stuff can hit. Alright, 29% chance came bad. Alright, we can't hit Weegraph with statuses. Alright, that's 1 down. That's 2 down. Okay. I think that was worth the risk. And now we can see, can a nameless dance take out any of the others? Maybe we can get it down to just Weegraph. Can't hit Weegraph. Yes? Alright. We're down to 2 enemies. Now, Weegraph has Stasis Sword, which is a problem. Alright. Okay, that's good. We want, if he was going to wake that up to not kill it, that was a disaster. The problem is he'll retreat here, which leaves our other characters open for hits. But that guy can't reach us. But Weegraph can. Okay. Don't go for the healer. Okay, this is a chance to do dead. It's got like a 25% chance to auto-kill. It doesn't. That's great. Okay. Can Stop hit Weegraph? Probably not. Stop can hit Weegraph. So we could launch Stop here. The chance that it misses both It's got a 57 and a 40. So the chance that it misses both is 0.6 times 0.43. It's about 25%. So 75% it hits at least one of them. That seems well worth 14 MP. Again, I'm not sure how much else I can do. And stop is a really useful status effect here because it means they can't counter and Delita can hit Weegraph more freely. Now, Paralyze, we now could hit both. That would also be really nice to hit them with. There's a very good chance that hits at least one. Let's do that and get out of the way. And do we actually want Nameless Dance at this point? We could switch to Slow Dance and get more turns. The enemy's going to be pretty weak right now. I think we're going to switch to Slow Dance. Because if we can just hit enough of these on Weegraph, then, like, his speed can drop very quickly. Units only have, like, 7 speed or whatever at this point. If that drops to, like, 3 or 2, if it hits a bunch of times, they just so rarely get turns. Oh, that's amazing. Do we get both? No. But we have a decent chance to hit with Don't Act as well, with Paralyze. But also, with Weegraph not able to attack, we're in pretty good shape already. This is really going to be a status effect focused fight. Okay, that's a bummer. But we can now start punching things a bit. There's only one unit on the field that can threaten us right now. All right, that's great. We really wanted to hit Weegraph with the speed. The sleeping enemies it won't be able to hit, but we're just trying to hit Weegraph with speed downs. And Delita gets a turn. Hopefully he punches Weegraph here. He is not going to. Okay. I want you to keep slow dancing, I think. Yes. Okay, that's the big one. The rest doesn't matter so much. Because if we, hopefully we get the next turn so I can show it. If we look at Weegraph here, he's down to 4 speed, right? Units right now have like 6 speed. Now, the way this clock system works, I haven't talked about it, is once it reaches 100, it's your turn. And the clock will tick, and every time the CT is time, so you can see it's at 20 out of 100. Every tick, he will gain 6. Now, you might ask why it's at 20. We won't get into that. Every tick he'll gain 6. So 1 tick from now, he'll be at 26. 2 ticks, he'll be at 32. So that won't evenly go into 100 because 6 doesn't evenly go into the remaining 80. But it does go into 78, and the tick that would take him to 84 from now, or 104 total, is the tick that will make him get his turn. So, if one unit is speed 4 and another unit is speed 6, the speed 4 unit takes 25 turns to get to 100. 25 ticks. The speed 6 unit takes 17 ticks. So a speed 6 unit is about 3 to 2 speed over a speed 4 unit, which is what you'd expect. If we get him down to a speed 3 unit, we're all going to be double turning Weegraph. A speed 2 unit, we're triple turning him. The fight is well under control. So especially on bosses like this, I really like being able to... I'm going to try to haste Delita again. I really like being able to lower their speed. I'm okay right now with having Shikuchi on low life because there's no one who can really attack him at the moment. And also, we have a healer that can, if he's knocked out, revive him. And I think we want to just attack here. It only does 6, and you might say we should life drain, but that uses a lot more MP, has a decent chance to miss, and maybe we'll get the cast, because we have an elemental rod. We did not get the cast. Okay. So maybe I should have used life drain? Okay, we've missed this 70% or twice. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we slowed Weegraph a bunch. Okay, that should heal the sleep, so maybe we have to switch back to Nameless Dance now. Oh, I don't like that Weegraph's up. I don't know when he gets his next turn. I'd love to check the CT. Hopefully this drops him to 3. Really hoping we would get him to 3. It's 50% to hit each time. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, excellent job on that. And what's the turn order? So we probably want to switch to Nameless Dance again. Delita, Shikuchi, we all get to go. WeGraph is turn 10 here. Yeah, so let's switch back to Nameless Dance. We have done a really good job weakening WeGraph. Delita should probably be able to get a kill here. They were pretty low on HP. Only 42, that's annoying. But that shouldn't be able to reach anyone. So if they hit Delita, that's fine. He'll probably auto potion, yeah. Probably meaning like 70%. We have a bunch of turns before WeGraph, but I'm not sure how we're going to deal with him. We could try to stop him again. I think we should try to stop him again. So let's move here. We'll cast the stop behind him. And we have pretty good Zodiac compatibility with WeGraph because of the Zodiac we chose. 57%, not amazing, but 57% to stop him is definitely good. And at this point, we try to get a Paralyze off, 81%, and it will go before his turn. And we just need to keep the enemy units locked down for Delita to finish them all. Because, per usual, Delita is our game plan. Okay, that one can't hit. You're asleep already. And, okay, that was not a great Nameless Dance. Will stop go. This was about 50%. Nope. Now we need Don't Act to hit. This is 80%. Paralyze. If Don't Act hits, he can't attack and he can't counter. This is 80%. Okay. So we had two different ways. The combined odds, the chance for an 80 and a 50% to miss is about 10% combined. Let's keep Nameless Dance going for now. And WeGraph will waste his next turn because he can't act right now. And so maybe we'll switch back to slow dancing in a bit. I think this is under control now, right? I'm using Nameless Dance. Maybe I should be on slow dance just to try to get WeGraph down to 1. When he's at 1 speed, it takes him like 100 clock ticks, right? All right, that's pleasant. Took out 1 unit. He'll probably go for the kill here on the low HP unit. No, he's going for the sleeping target. I didn't want to wake them up. This creates more problems, but okay. WeGraph will waste his turn. It will take him a while to have another. That's great. Ramza is getting pretty useless. Okay, the Chocobo, interestingly, never becomes a crystal. So that's not a good way for Ramza to get stuff back. So I'm just going to retreat Ramza. Just going to say he's not able to do anything else this fight, basically. And maybe we'll start working on WeGraph. No. I'm going to cast Re-Raise on myself. Just in case things go wrong. It costs 15, it's only 52%. I just thought that would be nice protection from things going wrong. Alright, let's try Life Drain. We gotta get WeGraph low at some point, and if we hit him with a few of these, we're in good shape. And then I'll try to run away next turn. We still want Nameless Dance. We have 2 enemies that Nameless Dance can hit. No, do we want Slow Dance? When does WeGraph next get a turn? 15. Man, we've really slowed him. But that means Slow Dance can go off a few times before him. If we get off like 2 more Slow Dances on him, he's down to 1 speed. So I think we'll switch to Slow Dance here. Right. Nothing can hurt Delita. Delita's great. Auto Potion Knight is a force to be reckoned with at this point. And while Knight's damage does not scale super well throughout the game, it is quite good early game damage. Okay, WeGraph's at 2. This is also actually a good strategy on the final boss, is slow dancing. So Don't Act is gone, but it will still take him forever to get a turn. Delita can run around, taking things out. Cool. Make quick work of these, actually. Let's just check the turn order. Pythia will get a turn well before WeGraph. He's still a long way away. If we go look at WeGraph, he should be on speed 2. He's at 43 CT, so he does get there eventually. But We're just going to wait here. And I guess let's move. I'm staying close. I realize that. But I think we might get the turn before Wheatgraph does anyway. The next Pythia turn. Yeah. And I should have checked that before going. And we're 81% to be able to get Don't Act on him again. And if we can slow him one more time, he never gets turns, right? There we go. All right, that's it. Okay, and then we can stop dancing at this point. I don't think we need nameless dances. I think Delita can clean this up pretty effectively, and we should run into a corner and be happy. Now, Delita's one problem is actually, Delita will attack him in a way that he can counterattack. So we might keep Don't Acting, because counterattack can't set off auto potion. So Delita actually, if Wheatgraph never gets a turn, but Delita has to attack him each turn, then Delita never heals. But if we keep Don't Acting Wheatgraph, he'd lose his counterattack. He can't go to 0 speed. Yeah, so she didn't get experience there, even though it technically hit, because he can't lower his speed anymore. All right, that critical didn't actually matter. You're going to two-shot it either way. And we're going to punch the air. I left an empty space so that we could. And you're going to sit here. And you're going to keep moving. Ooh, actually, may as well hit Wheatgraph, right? When's Wheatgraph's next turn? 11th. Yeah, and he's max slow. So we're just going to punch him. It doesn't do much. But we have the Elemental Rod, and it went off this time. So that actually does really good damage when that goes off. I forget what the odds are. I think it's 20 or 25. Most things that have a random chance to proc in this game are 20 or 25%. So that actually did really good damage. And it's good to get experience on Pythia because we don't want her to fall too far behind. She started much lower level. Rams is level 7, Yuna's level 9. She's only level 5. It's nice to get her some experience. Oh, Don't Act, we're off. So he's going to get a turn. Oh, no. If he can one-shot Pythia, we actually lose this fight. Okay. We got the turn first. Okay. Scary. I'd really love to hit him with Paralyze. I hope I didn't move too far away, but I don't think I did. I should have checked. 81%. That's one opportunity. I think that's our best thing to do. Sit here, you do nothing, you do nothing. Maybe I should start Wisney bussing because we might, if this misses, Wheatgraph might be able to one-shot our healer. And then we need to take him down real quick because we only have 3 turns. But Don't Act hit, or 80% hit. It's going to be forever until he gets another turn after this one. If we look at the turn order, you know, Wheatgraph's getting his turn soon. That'll be before Don't Act wears off. And that it's going to be 100 ticks before his next turn. Put the sword down. No need to waste lives. His sword's already down. We cast Don't Act on him. Then why did you kill her? Why Maluda? I had no intention of killing her. There are other ways than fighting. Can we talk? You still don't understand why we won't surrender. What good's talking anyway? Could you make something happen even if you wanted to? You couldn't, could you? And even if you did, your brothers wouldn't allow it. My brothers don't want to fight. Wheatgraph, if you put the sword down, they'll listen. Ha, that's absurd. This is absurd. So who's right? Would his brothers listen? Algus doesn't think so. Your brothers don't want to fight. You're so deluded. And we do know Ramza is quite naive. All right, Wheatgraph has run far enough away. So we can just kind of sit here and gain some MP. Maybe I should just start punching myself. No, I might kill myself. Let's actually take our Dancer's MP. That'll let us cast other things more easily. And then it'll be easier to refill on MP. And I'm going to start casting re-raise on our characters, because just in case something goes wrong, that gives you a free revive the first time your turn comes around after you die. Oh, and I should go grab that treasure chest. You're saying my brothers like to make battle. God, you're green. All leaders' hands are dirty. Dysadarg, a sense of justice. Justice must mean different things to different people. How dare you insult him? But there's a question mark at the end of that. Alright, we're going to come here with Ramza because we may as well go grab that treasure chest. No reason not to. The fight's pretty safe right now. I hope Delita go kills the weak enemy first, just because I want Delita to get maximal experience here. Nice, level 8. Congrats. Don't act is gone. That actually means we should come closer. Let's spell absorb you just for a little more MP and start approaching because Weegraph's counterattacks are actually going to be able to do real damage to Delita. And we try to do as few turns as possible now with the Dancer. We are going to, get to at least level 10 this chapter, so our score is going to be at least 100. We won't get a sub 100 score. But that's okay. This is a very clumsy Chapter 1 party, and I've really enjoyed playing it in Chapter 1. All right, what do we get? Anything nice? Silk Rope, not bad. We won't use it, but we'll sell it at some point. All right. And we can heal up Delita from the counterattacks. Oh, that might be the fight. Yeah, we got him low. Tough one, eh? Maluda, I'm sorry, but I can't die here. Wait, Weegraph, running away. Who do you think had Gustav kidnapped the Marquis? Your brother, Dysadarg. That was strongly hinted at, but we didn't know for sure. And I'm sure Zalbag knows too. Don't be ridiculous. Why would he do such a thing? 2 lions are fighting for power after the king died. Oh, I guess we could be reading the rumors, which would give us information, but yeah. One is a white lion, Larg. The other is black, Goltana. Both want to know who their allies are, but it's hard to read strangers' minds. So why not kill them all and bring in your own people? Gustav was deceived by Dysadarg's silk tongue and kidnapped the Marquis. Ah, so the reason it turned the tides is because the Hokutin have now made Marquis of Elmdor an ally, right? Right? You don't know who your allies are. It is possible to kill them and get rid of them, which they were fine with, right? An uncertain ally, we'd rather, someone uncertain, we'd rather just get rid of. And if we'll learn later where Linbury is, where Marquis of Elmdor is from. This is on the sort of Goltana side of the map. However, Ramza rescued him, not according to plan, but now the Bulves look really good to him, right? A Bulve would never do such a thing. You should see for yourself. Goodbye, Bulve. Alright, very interesting. We should go check the rumors at the bar. We should get up to date on that. Wait, Weegraph, take that back. Okay, taking that back is not what's important here, right? There's such silly lines in some games of people like, instead of being like, that matters or that's murder, it's like, you take that back. There is stuff worth saying that about, but accusations of this, the important thing is not whether, Weegraph, leader of the rebellious Death Corps, believes it. It's much more whether it's true. Teta, where are you? Teta. Rotate camera. I can't find her anywhere. Teta, where are you? Did Weegraph lie to us? He did not, but Golagros may have taken her anyway. Did. Delita, let's go to Zeakden. Teta must be there. Hey, we got the camera rotation. What happened? What went wrong? Tell me, Shikuchi, why did this have to happen to Teta? It didn't. You got unlucky. But that's hard to deal with. Delita. And there's a way in which the worse situation you're in and the less power you have, the more the more you are vulnerable to unlucky things happening, both in that they are more likely to happen. So it's sort of less of bad luck, but more of bad. And second of all, their consequences are worse. You have much worse safety net. Let's go to the bar and see rumors, because he said the king died. 50-year war. Okay, we've seen this. Condition of Amdoria. Fading health. He was on his way to recovery, but the discouraged faces of his close advisors tell otherwise. With an official guardian for the prince yet to be named, the queen is certain to clash with the elder statesman over his guardianship. because whoever is guardian to the child king is the true power. The Death Corps is doing terribly, but Wheatgraph is still alive. And there was an assassination attempt on Dysadarg, who is Prince Larg's number 2, and Prince Larg is the white lion of the two lions. Okay, so the king is not dead, but he's certain, we're all pretty certain the king is going. Is there new equipment? We don't need that. We don't need that. That doesn't. Slight improvement, but whatever. Or neutral. Okay. Side grade. We could check Egros. We may as well while we're here. I'll save state in case we get a battle. Hey, it was my birthday just now. And if we can upgrade here, that's very nice. No, only a side grade. So let's head back to Fovoham. Hopefully we don't get battles. Nice. Good work. And you won't have the JP to be able to do anything new, though you're getting somewhere. And Delita, you're not really gaining JP in a class we can use too well. I don't want him to have these abilities because I worry he might use them, and I don't actually want him to. Oh, maybe we should get more high potions. If we don't need them, great. If we do, we'll be very glad to have had them. This is another fight that can be very, very quick if you can one-shot with like a wizard. It's another assassination mission, and these can go by so fast if you have a more powerful party than I do. Ooh, there's an extra boots running around. We'll give them to whoever doesn't have them. Not that Yuna needs them, but better to have spare high potions that we can afford. And so this will be the final fight of Chapter 1. Let's see if we can handle it. I'm really enjoying this so far. I really like the gameplay of these challenges. I think, all right, so as always, we're going to start kind of as far back as we can. And you're split in two here. You can only bring 4 units total, which is a pain if you have a 5-character party, but we do not, so that's not a problem. I'm keeping my healer on the right side, the first party, because that's closer to where Delita is, and we want to be able to support Delita if needed. So I like, right now, kind of the only placement that really matters is everyone wants to be far back, but Delita can be helped by haste, and so we want Shikuchi, Ramza, closer to him. And he can also be helped by healing, so we want our healer closer, so that's why I'm putting those two there. Get out of here. What if something happens to her? Don't do anything funny. There's tons of powder inside the fort. More than enough to blow all of you to hell and back. Got it? And get out. The Hokutin will never be threatened by you. Brother, Algis. Teta. Delita. Get out, now. Go on, do it. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Now, if you didn't already think Algis was clearly a major villain, but also, so far Dysadarg has been the really untrustworthy seeming or potentially untrustworthy brother. This is not great from Zalbag. Dysadarg was the one who said we won't attack, and that Teta was like a sister to him. But this is very clearly under Dysadarg's instructions. But Zalbag going along with it means we can't trust the Bulves. The Bulves are the enemy. If there's anyone who's been on the side of right so far, maybe it's Delita, maybe it's Wheatgraph and Maluda, maybe Maluda more than anyone else. Maluda may have been the most morally pure character so far, but no one in this universe is like going to be morally pure because there's not a way to be, right? There's not a way, in the way at least we normally think of moral purity, there's not a way to live under the massive injustice of this society, the people being worked to death without food that comes in peasant nobility societies, where, you want to topple that injustice, but the only ways to do so require moving power, and that power will not change hands without major conflict. So anything you do comes with serious costs. There's not a free, easy way to be good in this world. What's this? Oh, Golagros. Your plan didn't work, but you're still a great triple triad card. Lita. And the day I recorded it, it was used in a very important TTAC quarterfinals match. So that's great. It will probably have come out slightly before this video. Lita. Teta. General Zalbag. More enemies are on the mountain path. There are about 50 of them. I've been informed one of them resembles Weegraph. Alright, I'll be right there. Take care of the rest, Algus. Damn it. Yeah, your plan didn't work out, Golagros. Teta. Where are you going? Algus, you bastard. You want to fight? Fine, then let's go. Fuck yeah, we get to kill Algus. Brother, why? Teta. Come on, animals are animals. I'll prove it to you. Alright, and this fight can be tricky because A, there's 6 enemies on screen, and 5 of them are difficult classes. Wizards are very strong at this point. Ice is boosted in these conditions, so if they use ice moves, they do more damage. Algus has quite high stats. Knights are hard and slow to kill, and we don't have access to much damage even now. Alright. Auto Potion? Nice. So, Algus probably can't hurt Delita that much. He can add darkness with his attacks, but as we know, darkness in this game is not meaningful. So this fight's going to be a slow grind again, most likely. We're going to be, a lot of nameless dancing here, right? Maybe some slow dancing, but I think nameless dance is the priority. Why'd you move there? Couldn't you move somewhere and attack? That's weird. Oh no, they have haste. That's a pain. All right. Oh, that's gonna hit Ramza. Alright, we'll have to be careful there. 59 damage. There's an interesting... Why? Why are you doing this? Algus, why? It's your brother's orders. Please don't ask why. Besides, would you sacrifice the Hokuton pride? Pride, all for a common girl. The best moment in all of FF12, I've talked about this before in my FF7 playthrough, but the best moment in FF12 is when Ashe is basically, there's like nothing I wouldn't do for my pride as, princess of the realm. And Bosch goes, really? Because if it saved one person, I'd happily chuck my pride. Like, that's the right thing to do, the decent thing to do. Pride is not worth lives, right? And Algus is very much on the other side of that, and Algus is a villain. It really is the best moment of FF12, in my opinion, or the one that struck me most. And it could have started, I think, an interesting arc Ashe would go on, but I don't think she did. And that's part of why I think that game doesn't have very interesting character arcs. Alright. Teta is Delita's sister. About time you learned about difference. Different birth, totally different life. It's fate. Neither should have been here. Should have been flower sellers somewhere. Shout out to Eris. Eris, incidentally, is in this game. So my first thought was, do we cast Reflect? Reflect will go off first. So if we cast Reflect, that's 91% chance that we just dodge this spell. Can only hit a single target. Option number 2, we move next to them and have them hit themselves with their own spell. But given that Reflect has such a good chance to hit, I think we should cast Reflect and back up a little. Maybe go high up. Just get somewhere kind of safe from most attacks. That feels right to me. And now let's try to get re-raise out. Just in case things go wrong. 48%, 76%. Alright, let's get it on Ramza. In case, like, Reflect misses. Oh no! Reflect is going to bounce that off. What have I done? What an idiot. Oh man, that's so dumb. Oh, that's very annoying. Really tempted to restart the fight, but I shouldn't, because that would be a reset, right? And we can't do resets. Resets cost. Now, sometimes I'm like, okay, if I want to reset the first, sorry, can't talk. reset the first turn of the fight because I like that's great that missed because like I happen to have like misclicked something or not remembered to level something. Um, I'm usually generous with myself, but I think let's let's play it. Let's run it live. We'll see what happens. Sadly, that's reflected. Hopefully, it doesn't reflect onto an enemy unit. Um, where's that going? All right, nowhere. Cool. Okay. Come on, Nameless Dance. Please make up for my really moronic mistake. I love my reflect use so far this playthrough. Slow's not bad. I mean, that was all middling effects, but a lot of them hit, right? So, like, that's going to do a little damage. 12 damage, not amazing, but something. That Confused Knight's just going to do nothing for a while. Algus, you murdered Teta. I'll kill you, I swear it. Hopefully, Delita can hit someone this turn. Only 75%. Nice hit. Nice job. What about you, Shikuchi? Why are you arguing with me? You're a traitor to Hokuten. But this is inexcusable. Ramza may be naive, but when he can see something wrong being done, he is able to oppose it. And we'll see where that takes him as a character. You're such a spoiled child. How could someone like you be a Bulve? Yeah, Algus, you're horrible. Just horrible. If Algus comes forward, maybe we'll try to life drain him. Alright. These are, like, great to see. A, because Delita seems to be blocking them. But B, a little worried about the wizard. Who are you going to target? Just going to use a potion. It's annoying they have access to potions, though. Because Delita can't really out-damage potions. So we probably need a way to get rid of that unit. Didn't have a choice. Such a baby. Don't pamper yourself. Bulves are leaders of warriors. You have certain responsibilities as a leader. There are things that only you can do. You must do them for those who can't. Don't want to live life just being used by others. Just being used? Don't talk rubbish. Bulves are used because of who they are. We ourselves have survived under their wing, used their protection. That's right, it's a give and take relationship. That's how you survived. Just being used. You've even been using your best friend, Delita. Me? Using Delita? Alright. Where can we go here? I'd still really like to get haste on Delita. So let's come here. Because he's our best friend, right? We have to get him haste. And let's cast here. That's 71%. Quite annoyed that I wasted that re-raise. I don't really know what to do here, so I'm just going to cast a re-raise on myself, sort of back away, and just hope. Because if our healer has re-raise, then I can be. Then I don't have to be so defensive and careful with them. Because if they move forward into a risky position, I know I have an out. But if my healer goes down, I have 3 turns to end the whole fight, and our party just does not have the power to do so. Right? There is no way we can rush down Algus to end a fight if need be. Alright. Hopefully I targeted this so it only hits Delita here. Not had great luck on these. Alright. Nameless Dance. Come on, baby. We got this. Dancers forever. Okay. Well, that was horrendous. We'll need our next dances to go better. Alright, you're confused. You're not going to be doing anything. Hopefully you start hitting your own units. Yes, that's great. So Algus has auto potion, which makes it kind of hard to chip him down. And it means, like, if Delita starts using dash or something, we can often end up accidentally healing him, which is a horrific disaster. I really hope this 50%er hits. Then I can, you know. Nice. Okay. That's something good. Margot. 35 damage to your ally. That's great to see. Love to see it. Hopefully Delita heals off this. We have a lot of auto potions. We should be able to go a while. Hopefully long enough to get Delita through the fight, even though they're going to be hitting him a lot of times. It's a real shame we didn't get haste to hit. But this is some damage to help us out. Ooh, 57. We need auto potion here. Good. All right. Delita's great. 70% to heal 70 every time he's hit. Again, Auto Potion Knight doesn't scale super well, but Auto Potion is a phenomenal reaction ability. Confusion on Algus. Stop. Sleep. Ooh, we finally got a good nameless dance. Alright. You could hit the stopped enemy. You could hit the sleeping enemy. Hitting a sleeping enemy does extra damage. It's a shame that didn't finish them. I was really hoping that wizard would go down. So do we want to switch into Wiznabis? Because 2 Wiznabises take out this guy. In fact, it might just be 1. So let's switch into a round of Wiznabis just to try to get the kill. Nameless Dance is obviously bigger impact. As a Bulve, surely you knew our mission. Your mission took precedence even when I was attacked on the Mandalia Plains. We did say kill the enemy, not protect him. That's true. Goom. And that comes with a cost here. Now, amusingly, Algus says that while confused. Angry, Delita. Angry because you're so utterly helpless. Know your limits. Commoners don't have power to change things. That's right. Get angry. It's all you can do. Ha ha. You deserve it. So we have 2 interesting commoners in the game right now, Delita and Wheatgrass. I think Maluda would count too if she had survived, but it's Delita and Wheatgrass. Is that it? Is that all, Algus? Don't be mad, Delita. You'll join her soon. You won't confuse me. That's funny, given that Algus is currently confused. Nobody uses me. Who are you gonna hit? Antidote? Goofy move, Algus. Alright. Okay. So one thing you can see here is our Brave has dropped 10 points. If Algus gets this far in the conversation, we take a serious Brave hit. Now, what could we do of use? We could go punch that guy. What's our equipment? We have an oak staff. We don't have one of the elemental staffs. It just won't do much. Alright, I really want to get haste on Delita, but I can't target him without, I think, getting in range of enemies. Right? We'd want to cast it on this square. Right? And it only hits at height, right? It only hits the neighboring 0.5 height squares. So if we cast it on Delita, it wouldn't hit this mage. We'd have to move 2 squares forward. So we'd have to go here. That's risky, but there's only 1 unit they have that can actually move right now. And, oh, I should have checked if it goes before Delita. It does. And we have Blade Grasp. I forgot we have Blade Grasp. Blade Grasp is very useful. So Ramza always has more protection than I think he does. We're already going to Wiznabis down this one. So I guess this guy is a guy we'd like to do some damage to. Let's move a little closer. Could we Spell Absorb here? Get higher MP? No, let's just be super safe. Let's get re-raise on Ramza. Shikuchi. Layer upon layer, make your mark now. Haste. Right? We're really like, oh god, we've got terrible luck with haste. We're really basically like playing just support units. We're playing 3 support units and hoping Delita is our tank. 7. I hope it doesn't wake the knocked out enemy. Oh, it's going to unconfuse them. Oh, I wasn't thinking. But it does finish that unit. Ah, but it actually heals Algus. That's annoying. Algus has stupid auto potion. Okay, Wiznabis was a mistake. Now we really need Nameless Dance back up quick because all their units are free to act now. Yeah, that was a pretty significant error, I think. Really like to switch off this to Nameless Dance now. It is, admittedly, our actual highest damage move. You know, doing 14 or 21 damage per turn to all enemies is actually, like, pretty good. Hopefully they go for Delita. Actually, Ramza has Blade Grasp. They have potions. Potions are very annoying. Yeah, we need Nameless Dance. We need to keep keeping enemies unable to do things. So yeah, alright. Very glad we can switch over now. And we'll just stay here. I think we're out of range. Poison went away. I think we were in a much better spot before I switched to Wiznabis. I was trying to get Delita not to waste his next turn. Alright, Blade Grasp hits hard there. But, oh, this does extra damage. Oh, no, why'd you go for him? You gotta hit the wizard. You gotta hit the wizard there. Alright, Ramza is very good against physical attacks, but not so good against magic attacks. Who are you going for? Delita? Alright, that's fine. Full auto potion. Now, Ramza has re-raise, right? Our cautious fighting has its upside, but I think we got to get out of here. Do we want to throw a stop out? Who's Navarro? Are you Navarro? Are you Navarro? Neither of you are Navarro. Now, Nameless Dance will go off, but I feel like throwing out a stop here might be useful. No, I really want to get haste on Delita. I really love to get haste on Delita. That looks like it'll hit the mage, so let's target it here, and he won't move before then. And let's get out of here and try to heal up. We'll get high enough we can't be hit by much. And we'll back out here too and cure Ramza. Please hit this one. I think we've missed 2. The odds of missing 3 is like 4% or something. 0.7 times 0.7 times 0.7. Or 0.3 times 0.3 times 0.3, sorry. 1 minus the total of that. Or no, not, but whatever. You know how to do math. I don't know how to do math right now, apparently. That's great. Okay. Took out 2 that turn. Please attack the wizard. Oh my god. Oh, that's even better. Yeah. And he didn't get auto potion. It didn't proc that time. Oh, what a delightful confuse. Nameless Dance remains MVP of our playthrough. Now, come chapter 2, we will suddenly have so many more tools. So I'm excited to reach chapter 2 with this team, because once we reach chapter 2, I think this team starts going off. Now, that's terrible if it hits, but it didn't hit. Because head break breaks your head permanently. All right, Rams is just going for Algus every turn, which is fine. That would end the fight quickly. Head break permanently removes his headgear, and because health is based on your equipment, that's a permanent lowering of his max HP. Permanent meaning for the rest of the battle. So it really does hit hard. All right, what can we get here? Spin the roulette wheel. Confusion, excellent. Frog, excellent. Another excellent Nameless Dance. Now I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to really wish we had some way to do damage with Ramza. I'm gonna try to finish the fight without this reaching level 11. If Yuna can stay level 10, then we'll have an 100 score for the chapter because we have no resets. That would be very nice. We did get haste on Delita, so I think I'll just keep Ramza high in the sky and see what happens next. And you, we want to move, and maybe we can absorb some MP. 50% chance to turn 2 MP into 9? I will take it. I don't really know what else I want to do with this turn, and we do want this character regularly acting because they are the lowest level. And our levels will eventually balance out, but it's nice if it balances out sooner rather than later. All right, I can't see what's happening here. I guess you're attacking Delita. You missed. Terrible work. Oh, that's the frog. Okay. All right. Took the wizard down to 1. Now we could switch into Wiznabis to get the kill here, but I think we want to be Nameless Dancing. I got punished last time I used it. Right, Nameless Dance is just so good. Slow Dance showed its worth though. And Stop, that's excellent. Stop, that's excellent. Obviously. What another great Nameless Dance for the books. Jared really can't do much to Delita, right? Because even if Auto Potion doesn't proc, as long as it comes 1 every 2 times, and there's a 91% chance it happens at least 1 every 2, then he heals 70 for each 70 being done, and he's fine. I think Delita still has virtually nothing to do. He might get hit here by a big spell. We don't want this to go for Delita. Slow. Well, Ramza has enough MP for more haste. This doesn't matter because Galito will kill. Nope, he's going for Algus, but Algus is stopped. Ooh, that's actually excellent. That might have ended the fight. Oh no, it doesn't because they cast slow, not an offensive spell. I was thinking they were going to hit Algus with this too. And if they hit Algus with it too, it might have finished him off, but they didn't cast like ice or anything. Shucks. If we punch Algus right now, Auto Potion can't go off though while he's stopped. Right, sleep is good. Can't complain. Now if we could punch this guy, we'd actually like do decent damage to him. Maybe life drain, 50, 26. Let's steal more MP. And let's keep Nameless Dancing. We won't break level 11 this battle, or this cycle of Nameless Dances before our next turn. Nice. Gotta keep leveling. And you can get aced back on Delita. Incidentally, re-raise doesn't wear off over time. You may have noticed some status effects too. Re-raise does not. So, we can move Ramza safely away from characters that could heal Ramza if he goes down, even in places that would be really hard for them to reach because he gets an automatic revive anyway. We got Stop and Algus again. Silence is a waste there, but that means I think Delita should be able to finish Algus. Now, I probably moved too close to this knight with our Oracle, but we do have re-raise. Ooh, that's rude. Oh, nice dodge. All right. Let's do another cycle. What's our wizard got for us? Our wizard's going for Ramza. Annoying because Blade Grasp, doesn't dodge this stuff, but Delita should be able to either finish the wizard or finish Algus. Algus ends chapter 1. And we beat chapter 1. 0 resets. I'm going to have a note thing here of how the draft is going. So we've got 3 drafts, A, B, and C. I may do all 3. Chapter 1, deaths, level. And so our deaths count is 0. Our max level, our highest leveled character is 10. So our score is 100 for chapter 1. You take 10 for chapter 1 plus deaths is 0. Total of that is 10. Multiplied by our highest level character. Can't take your lowest level character, gotta be your highest one. Damn you, how could I be beaten by weaklings like you? Multiply together, score of 100. I think that is a really good score with this team. I'm very pleased with it. Again, if this is your first time doing a challenge or something like this, if you're playing too, whether you're using the same party or you're using one of the other parties or doing some version of this, if you get a score under 200 your first run, great work, honestly. A lot of people also will be slower and level up more grinding to get the levels to get the jobs, and that's fine. You should feel fine about that. Being higher level gives you a bigger cushion. It's nice to play that way, but I'm aiming for for low scores, and yeah, 100 is pretty good with this team. Delita, really useful. Damn you! How could I be beaten by weaklings like you? And we ended the Meager. Chapter 1, the Meager. Yeah. Good first chapter of the game. Really sets up an important class divide and sets up. Again, I like that there's nuance within the Death Core, that it's not one homogenous, monolithic thing. Delita. Now, you may remember in the prologue of the game, Ramza was confused seeing Delita. What was that? An explosion? There's powder in there. Delita, it's dangerous. Come over here quick. Ooh. Well, that looks like Ramza's dead. Delita. But you can see why he thought Delita was dead, and also that Delita is working with a different side was a surprise, but you can understand why Delita would. I've taken my whole life for granted. When it came down to it, I dropped it all and ran. Now, there was a line earlier about like Algus saying like you'll be a Bulve and him saying like there was something about like ever leaving the brothers. At this point in time, Ramza does. And in the scenes we saw from the very start of the game, the time when it flashes forward, which if you haven't played before, you won't remember because it's not memorable, which makes it a weak start to the game. But it is Ramza has left the Bulves essentially and joined a mercenary group. Um, and he has, you know, he was given this life and he leaves it when he sees it's wrong. So good for him. And I think we'll stop here with the end of chapter one, the Meager. And I hope you've been enjoying it so far. I really love the challenge runs like this. Some parties, chapter one, just feels so comfortable. Some you really have to work for it. This felt like a work for it team. I felt like I had to make decisions. I made some bad ones, but I always will. And it was nice working through it. Dancer is incredible. Again, if you've never played this game using a dancer, use a dancer sometime. Like they're a joy to use. Nameless dance is great. I think you only need 3 dances, and I got to show off all 3 in this chapter. I'm pleased we got to use slow dance because that's one that you don't always see use for till later, but you can see where it would have effect, right? We've already kind of weakened the enemies in one way, we can start weakening them in another, or there's an enemy that's immune to Nameless Dance, but no enemy is immune to Slow Dance. And Wisnabus is useful because sometimes it just lets you pick off an enemy that's far away that you need picked off, or there's no more slow dancing to do, and it's something that has some productive use. And sometimes you'll find that your dancer doesn't really have targets to hit, so it gives a way to do something. All right, end of chapter 1.